Hello there. Welcome back to Life Coaching with Lauren and Achieving Your Dream Life. Explained before, it's what's important to you. Now we had an introduction. We talked about life coaching, what it is and what counseling is and what mentoring is and how you can try to work together. Today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it's changed my life. 10 years ago, I trained as a life coach. And since then, I have been working with incredible, inspirational people from all over the world on Skype and over the phone, helping me to create my dreams and helping me to create a realistic dream. So initially, we have this passion. So my passion was to have this theatre company called Moving On Theatre. That's the big dream. You start off with this massive dream where I want to be performing everywhere, singing, acting, doing what I love. Now that can't be created in a day, not usually. So what we do with life coaching is we learn how to achieve it by being very realistic and having the steps to get there. And for that, we use a model. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the T-Grow model. Don't always think that you have to use this all the time because we're all different. But today I'm just going to give you a general idea of what the T-Grow model is. T is the topic or the dream. So like I say, you have this big dream. You may want to retire and have a villa in Spain. Okay, so that's your big dream. You may want to pass your driving test. That's your big dream. You get the gist. The topic is the big dream. The second is the G, which is the goal. Your goal is what I would like you to go away with at the end of the session. So, for example, you've got half an hour session. I say to you, what would you like to achieve by the end of this session that is bringing you closer to achieving that villa in Spain, that giving up smoking, that being, having an easier relationship with your children, whatever. And that's what you say. You say, well, by the end of this session, I would like to achieve more understanding about properties in Spain, for example. That is up to you. That's your goal for the session. You have half an hour. And we don't always set that. It's not always cut in stone. Again, it depends on the person, but it's nice to know that we have some kind of structure. The next thing we have is the reality and the resources, okay? And that is when I ask you, what support system have you got? Have you got people supporting you? So say you want to move to Spain. Have you got people you can talk to about? Is your husband or your partner or your children, are they supporting you with moving to Spain and buying a villa? What about money? This is all about pulling in your resources and your reality. Okay, because as I said to you, it's all about being grounded in reality. Okay, so then we move on to options and we make a list of all the different ways that we can find out how we're going to achieve this goal. And that's the fun bit, because your mind starts to open up. And it's like brainstorming. You get out a piece of paper and you're writing down, oh, I'd love to move, and I'd like to move maybe in a year, or I can get money from here, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're writing and writing, and it's all coming out and your mind's opening up. Okay? And then you've got the W, which is your willingness. And this to me is the most important part of the session, because you're committing to yourself and to your life coach what you're going to do by the next session. And you can make a list and say, well, I'm going to do these 5 actions or 3 actions. 1, I'm going to go on the internet and I'm going to check out villas in Spain. It doesn't matter. You come up with the actions and the willingness is there on paper. And your life coach will say to you, okay then Lauren, or okay, whoever it is we're coaching, okay, so you're going to go on the internet when? And you give a date, a time, and that's your commitment to your life coach, okay? And that's when you come back for the next session with that life coach, they will make you accountable for that and ask you if you did it. If you did it, that's brilliant. They will look at that. If you didn't do it, that's no problem at all, because you're working towards this, okay? You're willing to do it, and that's a big thing. And that's the T-Grow model. Now, on the other side, interestingly enough, the right side of the brain, I don't know why I did that, but also because the right side of the brain is the creative, because everyone is different. When you do your intake session or your assessment with your coach, they may decide to work differently because their intuition will kick in. And once they start to get to know you, they may think, well, actually, Laurene doesn't work very well with structure. How about we just see what happens? So we say, okay, your dream is, boom, I want to win the lottery. Fine, there's your dream. Okay, but maybe we don't set a goal for the session. We just explore, okay? And that, again, will work beautifully. And I can promise you that when the coach says to you after the end of your session, have you achieved what you wanted? Are you any closer to your goal? They will say yes, because somehow their mind will have opened up a little bit and they will be closer to their goal. So that's it. So today we've discussed the T-Grow model, and we've also discussed intuition and create a creative way of coaching, which is more right-sided. And interestingly enough, I did actually do that, and that I didn't plan to, but it happened. And in the next session, when I come back again, in the next episode, we will be actually watching life coaching session. But before I go, I just need to say one thing. Life coaching is about passion. If you don't have any passion, then you can't achieve your dreams. If you have passion, it's more important than money and support. It's more important than anything. Believe me, because I started with nothing and I still don't have a lot of money, but I'm running my own TV station. When you are passionate and you believe in your heart that that's what you want, you can achieve anything. So I would recommend you get this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a wonderful book, and it's basically written by an amazing guy that talks about passion and persistence and focus. Because without passion, persistence and focus, you cannot achieve your dreams. There'll always be a comfort zone that you'll be stuck in, or there'll always be, I had to do this, I had to do that. Your life coach will always make you accountable for being there at least once a week or once every 2 weeks to do the session with them, because you won't move on if you don't do that. It's not about money. It's not always about money. It's about your passion, your commitment, your focus, your tenacity, which is much more important, believe me. Coming from someone who runs Moving On Theatre and now has started a TV station, passion is everything. It will get you out of bed in the morning. And I'll leave you with another little thought. The past is history. The future a mystery. The present is a gift. We unwrap it with glee. So that's what life coaching is. It's focusing in the present. Focusing in the present. That's what it is. We let go of the past. We don't worry about the future. It'll take care of itself. We're in this moment. And I hope you're in this moment with me with a lot of passion. I look forward to speaking to you in the next episode, where we will be coaching someone in front of you and showing you an intake session. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Luke Barrett, and I'd just like to say thank you to Moving On TV for supporting my music. Some of my songs have been played on the channel, which is really nice to hear, and glad they have a platform to be aired on. And I've also performed live a couple of times, which was great fun. And especially at the moment, it's great to have, somewhere to perform, as there aren't many live opportunities. Thanks.
Hey, hello everyone. This is Vladimir. This is my show, Vlad's show, and this is Lauren, uh, this beautiful, wonderful, good lady who has founded Moving On Theatre and now Moving On TV. And I'm so thankful for this platform that she's just gave. Given Hey, hello everyone. This is Vladimir. This is my show, Vlad's show, and this is Lauren, uh, this beautiful, wonderful, good lady who has founded Moving On Theatre and now Moving On TV. And I'm so thankful for this platform that she's just given.
Okay, so that's the appeal gone through. I've downloaded it and I will put it on so I can keep asking, guys. for some kind of sponsorship for a new laptop. Okay, so now we're going to do a coaching session. I'm really sorry I couldn't go live with the coaching session, but now we're going to have a coaching session and the T-Grow model. Okay, so welcome to Moving On TV. Okay, coaching session and the T-Grow model, because I promised it to you guys, and I always tried my best to live up to my promises. And as I say, I couldn't live up to my promises because the laptop wasn't working. So anyway, that's the end of my appeal. I'm not going begging. We are looking for sponsors, and as you know, we're looking for sponsors, we're looking for grants, and the main thing is a new laptop. And it's practically impossible to work with this thing, but now I'm going to talk to you. So, okay, so that's my goal. Okay, so if we talk about the T-Grow model, okay, I want you to think about what your goal is. So let me see if we've gone live. Coaching session and the T-Grow model. I want to help you to achieve. I want to help you to try and achieve your goals. So my goal, my topic at the moment is to get a new laptop, to raise £1,000 and buy an editing laptop, okay? So you write down your topic for me now. Okay? So my topic is to buy a new editing laptop, okay? So that means for that I need £1,000. Okay, so that's going on, that's on Facebook. Right, now I'll tell you a little bit about life coaching now. Okay, what is life coaching? Life coaching is not counseling, okay? This is our first session, our first life coaching session. Life coaching is not counseling. That's the first thing you need to know. Life coaching is not counseling. Life coaching moves you forward. It helps you set goals. It helps you find your big topic, and then you set the steps through the T-Grow model. Okay, so before we start, I'm going to put on a little video for you to watch. So wish me luck. Wish me luck that I can actually make this work. I'm going to put a little video on for you about the T-Grow model so you can see what life coaching is. There we go. Okay, so I want you to watch this, and this will show you what life coaching is. Okay, watch this.
Welcome back to Life Coaching with Laurene.
Sorry about the hair, guys.
Your dream life, as we explained before, it's what's important to you. Now we had an introduction, we talked about life coaching, what it is and what counselling is and what mentoring is and how you can try to work together. Today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it's changed my life. 10 years ago, I trained as a life coach. And since then, I have been working with incredible, inspirational people from all over the world on Skype and over the phone, helping me to create my dreams and helping me to create a realistic dream. So, initially, we have this passion. So my passion was to have this theatre company called Moving On Theatre. That's the big dream. You start off with this massive dream where you want to be, I want to be performing everywhere, singing, acting, doing what I love. Now that can't be created in a day, not usually. So what we do with life coaching is we learn how to achieve it by being very realistic and having the steps to get there. And for that, we use a model. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the T-Grow model. Don't always think that you have to use this all the time, because we're all different. But today I'm just going to give you a general idea of what the T-GROW model is. T is the topic or the dream. So like I say, you have this big dream. You may want to retire and have a villa in Spain. Okay, so that's your big dream. You may want to pass your driving test. That's your big dream. You get the gist. The topic is the big dream. The second is the G, which is the goal. Your goal is what I would like you to go away with at the end of the session. So, for example, you've got half an hour session. I say to you, what would you like to achieve by the end of this session that is bringing you closer to achieving that villa in Spain, that giving up smoking, that being, having an easier relationship with your children, whatever. And that's what you say. You say, well, by the end of this session, I would like to achieve more understanding about properties in Spain, for example. That is up to you. That's your goal for the session. You have half an hour. And we don't always set that. It's not always cut in stone. Again, it depends on the person, but it's nice to know that we have some kind of structure. The next thing we have is the reality and the resources, okay? And that is when I ask you, what support system have you got? Have you got people supporting you? So say you want to move to Spain. Have you got people you can talk to about? Is your husband or your partner or your children, are they supporting you with moving to Spain and buying a villa? What about money? This is all about pulling in your resources and your reality. Okay, because as I said to you, it's all about being grounded in reality. Okay, so then we move on to options, and we make a list of all the different ways that we can find out how we're going to achieve this goal. And that's the fun bit, because your mind starts to open up. And it's like brainstorming. You get out a piece of paper and you're writing down, oh, I'd love to move, and I'd like to move maybe in a year, or I can get money from here, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're writing and writing, and it's all coming out, and your mind's opening up. Okay? And then you've got the W, which is your willingness. And this to me is the most important part of the session, because you're committing to yourself and to your life coach what you're going to do by the next session. And you can make a list and say, well, I'm going to do these 5 actions or 3 actions. 1, I'm going to go on the internet and I'm going to check out villas in Spain. It doesn't matter. You come up with the actions, and the willingness is there on paper. And your life coach will say to you, okay then, Laurene, or okay, whoever it is we're coaching, okay, so you're going to go on the internet when? And you give a date, a time, and that's your commitment to your life coach, okay? And that's when you come back for the next session with that life coach, they will make you accountable for that and ask you if you did it. If you did it, that's brilliant. They will look at that. If you didn't do it, that's no problem at all, because you're working towards this, okay? You're willing to do it, and that's a big thing. And that's the T-GROW model. Now on the other side, interestingly enough, the right side of the brain, I don't know why I did that, but also because the right side of the brain is the creative. Because everyone is different, when you do your intake session or your assessment with your coach, they may decide to work differently because their intuition will kick in. And once they start to get to know you, they may think, well, actually, Laurene doesn't work very well with structure. How about we just see what happens? So we say, okay, your dream is, boom, I want to win the lottery. Fine, there's your dream. Okay, but maybe we don't set a goal for the session. We just explore, okay? And that, again, will work beautifully. And I can promise you that when the coach says to you after the end of your session, have you achieved what you wanted? Are you any closer to your goal? They will say yes, because somehow their mind will have opened up a little bit and they will be closer to their goal. So that's it. So today we've discussed the T-GROW model, and we've also discussed intuition and create a creative way of coaching, which is more right-sided. And interestingly enough, I did actually do that, and that I didn't plan to, but it happened. And in the next session, when I come back again, in the next episode, we will be actually watching life coaching session. But before I go, I just need to say one thing. Life coaching is about passion. If you don't have any passion, then you can't achieve your dreams. If you have passion, it's more important than money and support. It's more important than anything. Believe me, because I started with nothing and I still don't have a lot of money, but I'm running my own TV station. When you are passionate and you believe in your heart that that's what you want, you can achieve anything. So I would recommend you get this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a wonderful book, and it's basically written by an amazing guy that talks about passion and persistence and focus. Because without passion, persistence and focus, you cannot achieve your dreams. There'll always be a comfort zone that you'll be stuck in, or there'll always be, I had to do this, I had to do that. Your life coach will always make you accountable for being there at least once a week or once every 2 weeks to do the session with them, because you won't move on if you don't do that. It's not about money. It's not always about money. It's about your passion, your commitment, your focus, your tenacity, which is much more important, believe me. Coming from someone who runs Moving On Theatre and now has started a TV station, passion is everything. It will get you out of bed in the morning. And I'll leave you with another little thought. The past is history. The future a mystery. The present is a gift. We unwrap it with glee. So that's what life coaching is. It's focusing in the present. Focusing in the present. That's what it is. We let go of the past. We don't worry about the future. It'll take care of itself. We're in this moment. And I hope you're in this moment with me with a lot of passion. I look forward to speaking to you in the next episode, where we will be coaching someone in front of you and showing you an intake session. Thank you. Hey guys, welcome to Moving On TV, and that was a little program, a little video to show you about life coaching. And hopefully Kara's going to soon, and I hope you're all doing okay. And I want to explore, why do we achieve goals and what can be holding us back, all right? And it's going to be quite easy to do that. It's going to be quite easy to do that now, because I had a week, a difficult week. I haven't been well this week a lot of the time. I haven't been physically well. I've been drained and stomach issues and all sorts of great stuff. And so I basically had one day where, I don't know if you remember, but I said you can start again. And I started again on that day, and I wrote down exactly what I wanted to achieve that day. And I'm going to go through it with you. So we're going to have a look at, what is it about us? Why do we achieve our goals? Why don't we achieve our goals? Okay, there's a reason why you don't move forward. And there's a reason why I didn't achieve my goals. What's that flicker background? Oh, this is water. It's water. Okay. Okay. So what I've done is I had written down 8 goals for that day that I want to achieve. I don't know if you remember. I came on here and I said, these are the goals I've got. And I set myself a challenge to get myself one more patron. That was this week, yeah. to record Who Am I, and to get another testimonial by the end of the week. And what else? To put an advert on Star Now for encounters. And that was it. Okay, so I'm going to go through it now and explain to you what to achieve and why I feel I achieved it. And there was another few goals there. There was one more testimonial or two more testimonials, which I got. I cheated on one of them, and I will explain in a minute what that means. And I didn't record Who Am I? And I'm going to look at why didn't that happen. I got one more Patreon. I did get Vlad's testimonial. I got 3 actually. I got 3 new testimonials. One was cheating. I did actually do everything. I did everything on this list, apart from the fact that I did not record Who Am I? I didn't record it, and that was going to be done for MOTV Jukebox on Thursday. And the reason it never got done is because I was sick. Because I was sick, all right? I wasn't well. And the other reason was I couldn't download Audacity, which is the software I was going to use to put my vocals on. And then Luke would fix it up, so I couldn't do that. I got one more Patreon, and so I've got 13 now. And that's all I want. I said I was going to go out and do, as it's not that easy at the moment to get the patrons because people are busy running around trying to check things out. There's a lot going on. And how did I got 3 testimonials for Moving On TV. 3. Okay, so one, Vlad, and I took that off his Loving Light, Loving People, off his show. Okay, and I got one from Luke, which you have been watching. That's 2. And I cheated. I did one from Baba Bertha, because the minute I did one from Baba Bertha, my confidence went up. And I knew I had got a new testimonial, so I felt really good about it. Do you see how this works? You see how this works? So I had got a new testimonial from Baba Bertha to talk about Moving On TV. And then I thought, I contacted Vlad and I asked him to do one, but he was working. So I thought, well, I'll go on to Loving Light, Loving People, and I will cut that bit where he gives me a testimonial. And then Luke sent me one today, and I'm expecting one more from Cara, and I've got one from Paul McDonald. So that will be 5 testimonials that I got this week for Moving On TV from nothing. Okay, so that's pretty good. That is pretty good. 5 testimonials. I had was one, which was the one from Paul McDonald. That was it. And I got another 4 just like that. People gave me testimonials, and others are getting going on them. Okay, so that's what I wanted to explain to you. Why did I achieve that goal? Okay, because it was easy. Think about it. If I wanted to get a testimonial to give something to work with, I knew I could do a testimonial from Baba Bertha, from Piaf and Hannah Mae Bindler, and Maria Callas for fun. Yeah, I could just do that for fun and get all these testimonials done, right? So I knew that was going to be easy for me to achieve that goal. Now, I went on Star Now, and I don't know if the advert went on, but I did put it on. I'll have to check. And that advert was to find another actress, some performance performers for the Zoom for encounters, and that was my other goal. And I did it. So I did what I could do. You know, it's a bit like I did it my way. I did my best, and then I handed it over. But I said I was going to do it. I made my list, and I did all of them more or less, except when I wasn't well enough, I couldn't do Who Am I? I couldn't do the demo of Who Am I? First of all, because Audacity, I couldn't download it for some reason. And then I was sick. I wasn't well. So that's pretty good. So when hopefully Kara's going to come on at 9 and check how she did, well, she was going to have some fun. And we did the ecstatic dancing, and that was her fun. But I want to see what other fun she had this week. How did she get on with Thursday? Did Tyra go back to school? And was Kara able to do anything? I'm going to check the star now and see what happened with that advert. Let's follow up on the Star Now advert. This is sticking pretty badly at the moment. I don't know why Star Now is sticking very badly, but I can't seem to bring up. Let's try and get the site on Star Now. And then we could check. God, we'll move. Probably because it's got 20,000 messages on here. Right, inbox. Someone called Kyle likes my photograph. One of my photographs on Star Now. Thank you. Right. Okay, let's log in. It's going to accept my passport. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at the listing I just put on. All right. Where is it? An exciting musical 6 talent. Your listing is waiting for approval. Must be more than 24 hours. I'm not sure. It hasn't gone on yet. But I have put a listing on for performers for encounters. And I'm not sure why it hasn't gone on yet. Okay. But there's lots of suggestions here. Yeah, let's see if there's a message from Star Now. Someone called Jade Nanton got back to me. Well, that's quite a while ago. Hi, Jade. Yes. Right, it hasn't gone on yet. but I did put it on there, okay? I did my best. I put the message on there. I don't know why Star Now haven't approved it yet. They seem to be taking a lot longer than usual. Maybe because it's the weekend. That's not the weekend. What is it? Saturday today, isn't it? Yeah. Right. So what I'm showing you is you follow up. Okay, so I did my goal. I put the advert on Star Now to find some more performers for encounters to join our team. Yeah. And for some reason, they haven't got back to me. Star Now, I'm just going to contact them and find out why they haven't approved the listing. See if there's a message from them. Not that I can see. There's a message maybe asking for more information, but there doesn't seem to be anything. Here we go. Right. Thanks for placing. So I'm up on the advert. Okay, it didn't go on. Thanks for placing your casting call. Before we can run, we must ensure we have verified. You have stated da. You've got to be kidding me. I can't afford to pay that. You see, they're asking for a ridiculous amount of money to pay for 1 hour on Zoom. They're completely insane. They want me to pay £50 an hour for someone to be on Zoom. Well, okay. Well, that's just not going to happen. £50 an hour for someone to be on Zoom when I don't get paid anything. No. Anyway, so I followed that one up and I sent them an email and said, I'm sorry, I can't afford that. So can you let me put the listing on where I was offering to pay £20 for an actor to come on Zoom and do some work with us? And we'll see. Anyway, I've done it. So I did all I could to increase the actors at the moment for encounters, which means if that's the ridiculous amount of money they're charging now, when you do it from your computer from a home, that means I can't afford to cast encounters, not unless I get a sponsor. So that will have to wait. It'll have to wait, I'm afraid, if that's what they come back with. Anyway, I've handed it over. I've done my best. And that really infuriates me because it used to be that you could pay £30 and now suddenly in lockdown they're expecting you to pay £50 an hour for a Zoom. Anyway, I don't get it, and it's very infuriating and very upsetting because where am I going to come up with £50 to pay an actor when I'm the one doing all the training and all the teaching? And luckily, Emmanuel and Luke and Martin are not back asking me to pay them, or else we wouldn't have anything. We wouldn't be doing anything with encounters. So we just have to manage with what we have at the moment until we either get a sponsor or a grant or a Star Now that it's a ridiculous amount of money to pay someone for an hour on a computer for me to teach them. Anyway, whatever. It gets to me. It really does, because I don't get paid anything. But I'm here and coach to move on. So how do I move on from this, right? Okay, so I wanted to get myself another few. I'm not going to make myself over this like I was sick the whole week. Because the kindness of the patrons is covering Adobe. But then I have to pay for Restream, I have to pay for the website, I have to pay for this, I have to pay for Zoom, and it's all coming out of my benefit, out of my universal credit. So basically, so my goal, so this is difficult. So when you have a life coach and you discuss this with your life coach, they will encourage you to not give up, because you feel like giving up, don't you? You feel like giving up. You've been hit now. It's hot in here. Sorry, turn the heating off. You've been hit now by the greed culture, asking you to pay something that there's no way you can pay. And so what do? Do you give up? No, you don't give up. You don't give up. You look at other ways to get your actors instead of from Star Now. Now there's loads of sites. So for example, we've got To Be Seen. To Be Seen, that's where I got all my actors from Little Women. To Be Seen. So this week, I'm going to put a goal to find, and Mandy, you got Mandy, you got To Be Seen, one more. What is another? One more site to find actors. One more site and performers. Mind you, Star Now haven't said that they won't put the listing in. One more site to find actors, yeah? So that's what I will do. I will lower my expectations this week, and I will go and look for another site where I can find performers. I mean, there's loads of them where I only pay £20 per Zoom. That's all I can pay. It's Zoom, for God's sake. I can't even pay that, but in order to get cast. If not, then I won't cast encounters, and we will carry on just Vlad, Luke, Martin, myself, and Emmanuel. That's it. And we won't cast it until we get more money. So, but that's up to me to make that decision. And a coach would say to me, Lauren, is this your comfort zone then, to go backwards and say, I won't cast it? Yes, probably. Okay, then. So we'll go on To Be Seen, Mandy, and one more site. I will advertise. And when am I going to do this? I'm going to do this on Monday, or before next Saturday. Before next Saturday, all being well, I will have put up another few adverts. Another advert on these sites, those sites, okay? So what I'm showing you here, guys, is you will get setbacks, yeah? You're going to get setbacks. This is a setback. It's a setback because you Star Now don't do this. They don't expect you to pay so much. You can only pay what you can afford, but something has changed. And God knows what this is, more greed. And so I've got to go looking for some other sites. Now, I'm just thinking as well, one of the other sites, one of the other ways to get performers is the tutor group, you know, the tutor sites. Anyway, what I'm showing you is you've got to go back to the drawing board. Now, my mind has told me the Star Now will not accept my explanation. They may explanation. No, till next week, will I? But all I'm saying to you is this is what's going to happen. And this is why it's good that if you have a coach, they will encourage you to not give up. Yeah, because you're going to come up against all of these challenges and barriers, and something inside you would think, I've had enough, I give up. But your coach will encourage you not to give up. Okay, because the comfort zone is to say now that I'm not going to bother casting encounters now because I haven't got them, sod it. But I have got incredible people, right? What have I got? I've got Luke, I've got Vlad, I've got Emmanuel, I've got Martin, and I've got myself, right? And I've got Laurene. Okay, that's what we've got at the moment, which is 80% of cast. So we've got Jim, we've got Nick, we've got Mike, we've got Sam, and we've got Elaine. We're just missing Sharon, Amy, and Vince. Those are our leads. We still have 3 leads that we're missing. And by the grace of God, nothing is bringing those leads in at the moment because we are such a strong team now. We're really strong. And people that join, they're not committing. They're not committing, or they're too busy, or they're working. Anyway, but what I'm doing here is I'm looking on the positive, and that's what your coach would do. They'd say to you, okay, let's have a look at what is working, Laurene. What is working, all right? And this is what's working. This is my team, Luke, Vlad, Emmanuel, Martin, and of course myself. This is my team. This is Encounters. These are committed human beings that are working continuously, as you see, every single week, building it. Okay, so we have already got a strong team. We only need Sharon, Amy, and Vince. And Vince is a tiny character. Oh, I'm sorry. And the character Paul as well can be doubled up by Vince. That can be doubled up by Nick because they're not in the same scenes. So Nick can play the part of Paul. Oh, no, he can't because they're in landings together. It could be doubled up by Mike, but then he would need a wig, And I'm thinking here last, but we're nowhere near putting on the show yet. So I have to worry about that. So what I'm saying is the coach will keep you focused on what is working. And this is working, okay? You focus on your strengths. Now, again, if I'm going to look at what did I do this week, which was incredible, I have got 5 testimonials. 5 testimonials for TV now. 5 testimonials. 5. And Kara's coming on, and she's going to give me one more. 5 testimonials. Okay, one of them is Boba Bertha. But they're growing. Janie is doing one. Kara's doing one. Martha, there'll be 8. Another 3 soon. We will have another 3 soon. Let me just check what's going on with Kara. Where is she? I just sent her a message. Hi, are you coming on? Now, Cara achieved her first goal. Remember, her goal was to have some fun and do the ecstatic dancing. And we did the ecstatic dancing. We did it. And she loved it. So she achieved that goal. Okay? So the mind wants to go into the negative of what we didn't achieve, what I didn't achieve. Okay, the mind wants to tell me, oh, you're not going to cast encounters. Look, I've done it before. I'll do it again. I'll figure it out somehow when it's ready. But I also, oh yeah, remember I said I was going to start a new site? I started a new site and I contacted the social thingy. I can monetize it when I've got 1,000 subscribers. I just have to figure out how to get 1,000 subscribers. I did it. I've done a tarot. I've done it. It's created. So you see, you go back to the coach and you say, right, I've done it. I've done my site and I did 4 readings on. They're on there. And I contacted a social media person to push it. Now, of course, that costs money. I think it's something like $50 to push it. But, you know, I've got to figure that out. But what I'm saying is when you're being coached, you're going to be coming up again. So you do what you can. You have the path. I have to earn money. I'm not earning a penny, right? Except very little from Patreon. So now I went out last week and I wanted 13. I've got 13 pages. Okay, 1. I asked for 1. So I'm asking for 1 more this week. 1 more. I'll grow it very, very slowly. All right, 1 more this week. Because the Patreon is helping me to cover Adobe. It's more covered, my monthly payments. That's how you do it, all right? That's what the Patreon is helping me to do. So you go out and you set your goals according, right? Now, as your life coach will keep inspiring you. The whole point of me being here is to inspire you to move on, to inspire you. And I'm waiting to see what's going on with Cara so she can come on. No, come on anyway. You see, she's too scared to come on because she hasn't done her goals. That's not a problem. Come on and we can explore. That's the whole point, sweetheart. That's the whole point. Okay? I want Cara to come on so we can explore what happened. And then we can move her forward. Do you see what I mean? Okay? Because I'm telling you why I did not achieve my goal. It's because I could not have to pay that kind of money, right? I did not achieve that goal, getting any more actors for encounters, because I relied on Star Now. So now I'm opening my mind and I'm brainstorming other sites, okay? So as I say, I'm going to write this down because it's written down. Okay, to be seen. I got orders for Little Women from To Be Seen. Right, so I'm going to go on there for encounters. And Mandy. Because I'm paying something. So, you know, there's a chance that people will do it. As I said, I don't know what. Star Now suddenly has changed their policies. They've changed their policies, which is a bit out of order. Okay, so I'm going to go on different sites next week in order to keep focused until I've got my cast for encounters. And that's what it is. You have to keep focused because you've got to have a passion to want to do this. And if you want to do something so much, you will achieve it. At some point, you'll get there. You will get there. You will get your dream. So you see, this is what happens. We get embarrassed because we haven't achieved our goal. Cara achieved her goal. So now she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed and she doesn't want to go on. But my job is to take that away, is to try and pick this apart and figure out what stopped her from achieving her goal so that we can take something and move forward with it. Okay? Because that's what I'm doing here with me. I'm showing you I did not achieve my goal. So I'm going to go on 2 more sites to be seen, Mandy on 1 more site. And hopefully get me closer to getting my performers for encounters, okay? I also did not achieve the goal of doing the song, Who Am I? Because, first of all, the recording studios are closed, so I couldn't go to a recording studio like I would do in normal life. I go, up the road, record it, and that's it. But I couldn't, so I was going to do it on Audacity, and then Luke was fixed it up. Now, for some reason, I can't get Audacity to work. Okay, and I haven't figured it out. And I was ill. Okay, so I was ill. Lots of things can happen, but I still did do some work, didn't I? Did I move forward this week? Did I move forward? Because the most important thing is moving forward, like moving on TV, moving on theatre, moving on. Did I move this week? Yes. In a small way, but yes. Is it a small way when I got all those testimonials from Luke, from Vlad? I had one from Paul McDonald, one from Boba Bertha, and so I have 4 testimonials to put on Moving On TV now. One is Boba Bertha, but Cara's doing one. That's 5. It doesn't matter. It's the mind. It could be, I could go on. There's 10 different characters. Moving On TV testimonials. It doesn't matter. The mind thinks that there's more people. And that's the most important thing. You've got to cheat. To fake it to make it, like the 12 steps say. You've got to fit to make it. So if you're not achieving your goals, you've got to pretend. Doesn't Tony Robbins says this? Act as if. Act as if. Yeah? So, as I said, I got 1 more patron. Yeah? So I achieved that one. Small goals, it's only paying £1 or it doesn't matter. It's moving forward. Tiny, the Kaizen method, okay? Let's talk about the Kaizen. I'm going to talk to you about the Kaizen. Right, the Kaizen. Whoever is on here, the Kaizen method. Think of what you want to achieve. I wish people would be interacting with this because then I could review. But hopefully people are watching. I can see people are watching. Right. So the Kaizen method. And this won't be very long, so then I can put it on again. I can just often I can download it and put it on again so you can watch it. Because this is an episode explained to you. See, we get embarrassed. We're embarrassed when we don't achieve our goals. But the coach isn't there to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. I want to work through it with you. And that is why I am telling you how I work. And if I don't achieve, like today, for example, I was sick. up and I thought, that's it. I'm doing a news flash. Doing a news flash because this needs to get out there. And I just did it. I did it and I edited it. And I'm still waiting for it to go on BitChute. Still waiting for BitChute to process. But it went on MeWe. And I circulated it. That was it. Massive goal. A news flash. Got the information. I set the goal and I did it. Because my passion to put that information out for you, for parents, was so strong, to save children's lives, to save, to do what I needed to do. I got on with it. You need to have that passion, because if you don't have that passion, you're not going to achieve. If you do not have a passion, you will not achieve. I'll give you an example. Martin does hypnotherapy, and then I have another guy I know who does hypnotherapy. His name is Matthew Hall. Matthew Hall is one of the most successful hypnotherapists in Middlesex area. Martin isn't. And the reason is because Matt has got passion, huge passion, and Martin doesn't. He doesn't have the passion. Martin is very good at what he does. He does beautiful scripts. He's got a lovely voice. I'm pushing his hypnotherapy and meditations, but he does have passion. Everything I do comes huge passion. I love my work. If you don't have passion, you're not going to achieve anything. That's it. I'm going to now. You don't have to go to pay Tony Robbins thousands of pounds. If you do not have passion, you will not achieve your goals. If you don't love it, if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. If you're doing it because someone is pushing you, you could be rebelling against them and say, no, I won't do it. I don't want to do it. I'm going to rebel and I'll not achieve my goals because I'm punishing them. All right? You need passion. And until you have that, you will not achieve your goals. I'm sorry, but it's the cold truth. Until you get passionate about what you really want to do with your life, you will not achieve your goals. Right? And I can prove that to you time and time again. Once you have your passion, then all you need is to do the Kaizen. And as I say, we're going to look at the Kaizen method. Okay, the Kaizen method. The Kaizen method is, what is the tiniest thing, right? Tiniest thing. What's the tiniest thing you can do? Now, get out a piece of paper and say, what is the tiniest thing I can do now, this moment, to achieve my goal? All right. Say your goal is to lose weight. Okay, what's the tiniest thing you can do? Make a list of all the things you can do. Tiny, tiny little steps. What can you do now, this moment? You can go and Google a book, maybe. You can talk to someone. You have to come up with it, but the tiniest thing, right? Say you want to go down the gym. Say you were down the gym. I keep getting messages from Telegram at the moment. There's a lot going on, guys. A lot of swamp draining at the moment, which is brilliant. A lot of great stuff going on. Okay, say you want to go to the gym. You really want to work out, but you're not confident. You've never done it before. You can't. The tiniest thing you can do is you can stand on one of the machines and test it. Get used to it. Right. Say you want to buy a car. You want to buy a car and you haven't got the money and you don't find the car you want, go to a car showroom and sit in one of the cars and feel, what does it feel like to have a car? That is the method. Okay? And then you come back to your coach and you say, right, I sat in a great car today and I closed my eyes and I imagined that I was driving away with that car. And if you do that every day in your mind, by the end of the year, that car will be yours. It will be yours. You'll figure it out. That is the Kaizen. The Kaizen is when you take tiny steps. The Kaizen. Tiny steps. And as I said, you have to sometimes back off. And what am I doing? I'm saying someone was making fun of me because I've only got 13 patrons. I thought, wow, I've got 13 patrons. That's amazing. From nothing to suddenly 13. She was having fun of me saying, oh, you've only got, I thought, wow, I've got 13 from nothing. So what the tiniest thing I can do is one more. Because one more this week. Because one more this week. That's the tiniest thing because I'm doing it. Right? Because one day someone will come on and they will give me a lot of money a month. One patron could come on and pay a lot for all I know, but that one patron will come on eventually. It doesn't matter. I'm doing this because I need to grow moving on TV. Right? So the tiniest thing, like for example, I've got my new tarot site. I want to grow it. What is the tiniest thing I can do? What is the smallest thing I can do to grow that channel? Because until I get 1,000 subscribers, I cannot monetize. You can monetize, and I really have to start earning money. So the tiniest thing I can do to grow my site, what can I do? I've set it up. I'm not going to tell you what it is or what the name is yet, but I've set it up. It's ready. I need to put an up-to-date video on there. Okay, so an up-to-date video about who I am and what I'm doing. But because I'm not showing my face, it would just be a video without, it's not the same. So I think on the video, I should show my face on the video, like Herma Tarot does. She shows her face and then she goes back to just using the hands. And that's how I want to do. I don't want to show my face. But video, and I can do that now. When I come off this program, I can make a Zoom. Make a Zoom now after I finish this. You see, these are small actions. What's stopping you from doing small actions? And if you get embarrassed like Karen did, then you're not going to move on. Because it doesn't matter if you're embarrassed. You can still look at that. That is a comfort zone. She isn't coming on the same way she didn't come on 2 weeks ago. It's a comfort zone. All right? That's her comfort zone. Okay, and I'm going to tell her, not coming on is your comfort zone. Not coming on is her comfort zone. What is your comfort zone? Comfort zone is to get really angry when someone says you have to pay £50 per Zoom, and I can feel the anger. That is my comfort zone, and that stops me in my tracks. And I'm telling you, I'm being totally honest with you. Totally honest, but I'm not going to pay £50 per Zoom. That's just not going to happen. I haven't got it. And why should I? I don't get paid anything. I don't even get paid to run Zoom. I don't get paid to pay Zoom. Everything comes out of my benefits. Everything comes out of universal credit. I want to run moving on TV. I have to pay everything from my universal credit. Everything. I'm running it on nothing, on zero money. And so but that is my comfort zone. You see, the story goes round and nothing will happen. Nothing. I will not move on. I will be stuck in this comfort zone. Yeah? It could be anything, guys. I mean, say you want to, I don't know. Think of a goal. You want to write. You saw my father, 92 years old. 92, he wrote a book. What's thing you? He got out a tape recorder and recorded his life story. 92 years old, right? Wrote his own book. And then he gave it to me and I typed it. But that's not, you don't have to worry about that yet. Write your book first. Get a dictaphone and record your life story like my father did at 92 years old. He put it down on tapes and gave it to me, A Cat Has 9 Lives, which I will be reading to you on Community Tuesday. It's going to be a new book show, and it's going to be A Cat Has 9 Lives, because the elderly people at the residential home, they couldn't get enough of it. They loved it, right? They loved it. So what is stopping you from doing your dream? If a 92-year-old man could write his own life story, what is stopping you from doing your dream? I want to know. And don't tell me it's money, because I don't have any. So tell me. I run Moving On TV on zero money, right? I'm Moving On Theatre. Even 92 years old, my father, and he wrote his own life story, his own book. Put it on tapes. And then he said to me, can you type it out for me, Laurene? But we don't even go there. We don't even think about that one. We don't about that. We get going on our first step. So what is your first step? What is it? That's what I want to know. And today, Cara won't come on because she's embarrassed. Because she didn't do her goals. And yet she did. She said she was going to dance, the ecstatic dancing, and she did it. So I want to know why she's this embarrassed her back and she will not achieve anything. All right? It's a comfort zone. That's all it is, a comfort zone. And I'm on here telling you exactly what my comforts are so you can learn and move on. Okay, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I'm just telling you what holds you back. Right? So I want you to look at whoever's on here. I don't know who's on here, but if anyone is on here, what is your comfort zone? What's you? It could be just excuses. Just excuses. That's it. Your comfort zone. I don't have money. I'm not old enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not this enough. I don't have the time. If you have the time, then we can work through that. There's always time for your dream, because if it's your passion, you will find the time. If it's not your passion, you won't find the time. All right? So I want you to think about that this week. What is your comfort zone? And what are you passionate about? What's your passion? All right? I'm going to do ecstatic dancing at 11 o'clock tonight because I love it. It's fun, and the body needs to release. I don't think it'll be jumping around that much because I'm exhausted and haven't been well. But we will do a lot of breathing and go with your body. Go with your body. Just relax. Just let the body do what it does. But that's a goal I've set, and we're doing a live stream. I'm going to end the stream now, and I'm going to download this so you can watch it again. What are you passionate about, and what is your comfort zone? And that, if you come back to me next week, my comfort zone was to go into poor me. My comfort zone, okay? We all have one. I can't afford it. Poor me, why? I hate greed. All of this. Star now are greedy. You know, F them. I will never be able to cast encounters. Right? That's my comfort zone, right? I can't afford it. Poor me. Why bother? I hate greed. Star now, greedy. I will never be able to cast encounters. Okay, fuck them. Sorry, F them. I will never be able to cast encounters. That is Lauren's comfort zone. And there, I'm never going to move on. So what did I say I was going to do? I was going to look at other sites. And I'm going to do that on Monday, right? Other sites to get performers. Because, again, another comfort zone. I've gone out and created a tarot site. I know how I operate. And then I won't do anything. And so I've got to set a few actions here. Okay, so one action is to make a video to introduce myself. And then I've got to plan what and when I'm going to put on there, because because in order to monetize and earn money, I have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I've got 10, I think. Okay. Soul is to get 1,000 subscribers so I can earn money as a reader at long last. I've got a new site. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I don't want to at the moment. But what I'm saying is I've got to make a video to introduce myself. I've got to plan what and when I'm going to put on there. So I'm going to write this in my goals. All right. An introduction, and then a plan of videos. What am I going to put on there? What sort of videos am I going to put on there? What sort of readings am I going to put on there? All right. When, what, where? So I've got to make a plan. Now, when am I going to do this? I'm going to do this on Monday. Or by Saturday. I like to say I've got to be accountable to you guys. So it's got to be done by Saturday, right? Everything will be done by Saturday, because I'd be embarrassed to sit here and say I didn't do it. You see, I'm the opposite. I'm embarrassed when if I don't achieve my goals, I'm not going to sit here teaching you and say I'm not doing them. You know, it's ridiculous. All right. So there you go. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do today. I love you lots, guys. Take care, and please join 11 o'clock. We've got ecstatic dancing coming up. So please join us. All right. Please join us. And of course, tomorrow night is tomorrow's comedy with Baba Bertha when she takes over. But before I go, I'm going to put a couple of promos, testimonials for Moving On TV so you can see the people that we are helping and how they're grateful. Here we go. Thank you. So we've got Luke. Cheers.
Hi everyone, my name's Luke Barrett and I'd just like to say thank you to Moving On TV for supporting my music. Some of my songs have been played on the channel, which is really nice to hear and glad they have a platform to be aired on. And I've also performed live a couple of times, which was great fun, and especially at the moment it's great to have, somewhere to perform as there aren't many live opportunities. Thanks.
Hello there, it's Baba Bertha here. Now, this is not usually me day, because usually Sunday's me day to do my show. But I got on here to do a testimonial for the granddaughter, right? I got my towel on and I got my shower cap. You like my shower cap? Anyway, it's not about me. It's about the granddaughter. And she needs the testimonials for the good stuff that she's doing. You're disgusting, all of you. Why are you not coming on there praising her all the time? All the work she's done for you for nearly a year now. She's done a load of work for you. And you're not praising her. You're not telling her she's wonderful. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Anyway, I'm here to give her a big testimonial. She's a lovely girl. I think she's wonderful. And I'm really grateful that she lets me do my show on Sunday. I'm 111 years old and no one else will let me do my show on a Sunday or a Saturday or any day, that is, right? So I got out of me bat again. Me bat, now shut up, I'm Irish. You know that I'm Irish. I've got me orange on towel on to prove it. And I don't want to hear nothing from you anymore. I always put my flag up. What I'm saying is, I'm very proud of the granddaughter. And you should be too. And here's a testimonial to the fact that she's wonderful and she's doing a lot of great work for the wee ones and for you. And she's always on Charlie Wiley. And she's been on Charlie Wiley now for nearly a year. And just because you watch Charlie Wiley all the time, it's not fair. You need to watch the granddaughter and support her, right? Just give her a testimonial. Tell her you're doing all this good. Tell her, say thank you. Say thank you for all the good work that she's doing for you. That is the start. That's all. That's all. So do Baba Bertha a good deed, for God's sake. She's on the bed crying her eyes out. I can't calm her down. So you need to really do some nice testimonials. That's it. Goodbye. And I think she's wonderful. And I'm so happy to be on Moving On TV. She helps me improve my narcissism. I'm so happy I can do that on Moving On TV. So there you go. If you're Irish, come into the parlor and there's a welcome there for you on the matter Moving On TV. I love you. Maybe I don't. Goodbye. This is Baba Bertha. You can contact me on my page, BLM Baba Lives Matters. And that's it. And if you don't like me accent, tough. There's nothing I can do about it. And I'm Irish and you just got to live with it. Goodbye. And please watch me show. Don't forget to watch me show on Sundays, right? Me show's on Sundays. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it isn't on. It depends how the granddaughter is feeling, right? Figure that one out. I'm not a clone, or maybe I am.
Hello, I'm Paul McDonald from the Positivity Centre. I'd like to just say thank you to Laurene for allowing me to have an interview on her amazing show, Moving on TV, helping people move on in their lives, help society move on, it's helping everything move on in a bit more of a positive way, which is great because it completely falls in alignment with the Positivity Centre. So, please watch the interview and enjoy the second part, which is me oodling in my wonderful voice. I only having a joke. It's for a sound journey meditation. But yeah, I'd like to say a last thank you to Laurene for everything she does and support her amazing work and what she's doing. She's going to have some good guests on the show. She's had some good guests on the show. Watch this space. Lots of love. Bye.
Hey, hello everyone. This is Vladimir. This is my show, Vlad's show, and this is Laurene, uh, this beautiful, wonderful, good lady who has founded Moving On Theatre and now Moving On TV. And I'm so thankful for this platform that she's just given me to start my show. So I'll switch now into Bulgarian for the Bulgarian audience and say exactly the same thing. Здравейте всички приятели, тук е аз съм Владимир, това е моето шоу, шоуто на Влади, а това е Лорен, прекрасна жена, която обича хората, обича света и това е нейният канал Moving On TV, и нейният театър Moving On Theatre и мюзикъла, който тя създаде Encounters. Здравейте! Искам да ви кажа, че това е наистина едно шоу, в което ще се говори изключително много за любовта към живота, към хората, музиката, изкуствата като цяло, философия, вяра, съдба и така нататък. So, my dear friends, this show is going to be all about loving people, loving life, about philosophy, about faith, about fate, human fate, and everything that's positive, everything that's beautiful in this life. People who love all this stuff and they would like to have a discussion, please feel free to contact us here and via email and via chats, and you've got all the lines open for you guys, especially those who might feel downtrodden or depressed in this dark season, when we are told so many lies and we are forced to believe so many things that we don't believe to the core of our hearts. So you're more than welcome.
Thank you. Let me say something about that, because
So there you go. That was my biggest achievement this week. I got my promos and there's more on the way. Okay, take care, guys. Please do your comfort zones for next week. What are you passionate about? As much as I'm passionate about Moving On TV, humanity, saving, freedom of humanity, helping the kids, whatever it is we do. Where we go on, we go all. And where are you guys? God, where are you? I need you on here. Lots of love. Take care and see you at 11 o'clock, ecstatic dancing. Love you. Bye.
every race on every land. We must try to understand. Through his light and his love, we are one. Every creature from earth to sea, every leaf on every tree, we all share the same energy. Through his light and his love, we are one. We are one. I know that it's so hard for us to see. We are one. Illusion separating you and me. We are one. Caught in life's duality. We are light, we are love, we are one. Those who hear me, those who know, now it's time for us to show that his way is the way to go. Through his light and his love, we are one. We are one. I know that it's so hard for us to see. We are one. Illusion separating you and me. We are one. Caught in life's duality. We are light, we are love, we are one. We are one. Illusion separating you and me. We are one. Caught in life's duality. We are light, we are love, we are one. We are one.
Je sais que c'est si difficile pour nous de voir.
We are one.
L'illusion vous et moi, séparation.
We are one.
Dans la dualité de la vie.
We are light, we are love, we are one. We are one.
幻想を見逃さいの分かってる。
We are one.
人生の矛盾にとらわれた。
We are one.
あなたと私を。
We are light, we are love, we are one.
Sé que es muy difícil para nosotros ver.
We are one.
Ilusión tú y yo separando.
We are one.
Atrapados en la dualidad de la vida.
We are light, we are love.
the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born. Into this world we're thrown. Like a dog without a bone, and packed we're out on loan. Riders on the storm. There's a killer on the road. His brain is squirming like a toad. Take a long holiday. Let your children play. If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road. Yeah. Girl, you gotta love your man. Girl, you gotta love your man. Take him by the hand. Make him understand. The world on you depends. Our life will never end. Gotta love your man. Yeah. Riders on the storm. Riders on the storm. Into this house we're born.